Let's talk sales automation. Hey guys, Joel Black here from E-Cinch. One of the most frequent questions we get is, how does an automated sales funnel work? Well, you asked, I'm answering. On this video, I'm going to show you exactly how my sales funnel works for my event business, Black Lab Events. Before we dive into it, let me give you a little background on Black Lab. Black Lab Events has been around for 12 years. I built it from the ground up with a small, probably $500 investment to now generating over $5 million in lifetime revenue. We service high-end clients like Jimmy Choo, Neiman Marcus. We also did Lance Bass's wedding, Joe Jonas's birthday. And as you can see from this fun little video, we had a blast hosting G-Eazy's 30th birthday party. Now, let's see how we do it. First, all of our marketing initiatives drive leads to book our services, whether through our website, social media, newsletter, or brochure. All leads are led to our packages and pricing. From my experience, one of the biggest hurdles to booking a client is budget. With my system, I lead all prospective clients to our pricing so that I can weed out anyone that can't afford our price point. This way, I'm only spending time with clients that are comfortable at our price point and qualified. That said, most of our customers are driven to our website. Your website needs to accomplish three things. One, it should clearly outline your services. Two, your site needs to build trust. This can be done via beautiful photos, listing out significant clients, and showcasing positive reviews. Third, you need to have a clear call to action. For event pros, that's generally a button that says, get a quote. As you can see, this button is all over my site. All of the get a quote buttons on the site lead to a let's get started landing page. On this page, you want to embed a lead form. This form collects the lead information and triggers a welcome email when someone fills it out. Notice the form is titled Step 1 and the button says Next Step. From there, the lead is taken to our marketplace so they can enter their event info and select the package that best fits their needs. Also, the client is sent a welcome email in case they have questions about our services. This email should thank the client for inquiring and reinforce the next step. You'll see it says, if you're yet to get a quote, follow the link below to create an estimate. If you've already saved an event package, stand by for a friendly Black Lab planner to reach out. At this point, I don't know if the client's going to save a package or not. I just want them to know that's what they need to do to engage. Again, I only want to spend my time on leads that have seen our pricing. I also include a link to our brochure so that clients have multiple ways to digest the information and get a quote. Once the client fills out the intake form, it automatically puts them in my CRM as a new lead, which triggers a simple workflow to nurture the lead. This workflow is only 4 steps. There's the initial welcome email that we just reviewed. If they don't respond to that, then I'll approve a follow-up email reinforcing them to save a package. If they still don't reply, I'll send one more last chance email. And after that, if they ghost me, I just let it go and the lead will archive itself after 30 days so my system doesn't get clogged up with bad leads. Now, back to the quote. So the lead has already entered their event information and now they can filter to find the right service type. Then they select the package that best fits their needs. Here in the package, the lead can get more information on the service and customize everything to fit their needs. Notice all of the products and services in the package are priced based on the number of people and the length of the event. With E-Cinch, you can sell by the item and suggest how much to buy, or as a price per person per hour, or by the hour. In addition, you can create ranges of prices so it scales by the guest count or time frame. See, if I extend the event by 1 hour, The cost of the soda package will increase since we'll use more sodas as the event lasts longer. Now, let's make some customizations. We'll add a beverage station and let's throw in a bar rental and let's remove this lead bartender. We don't need a lead bartender. Oops. It looks like we can't remove the bartender. That's the other great thing about E-Cinch. You can make any product or service mandatory so that the clients can't remove it or lower the suggested quantity. Okay, let's submit the proposal. Once the client enters their information, they then land on a line item proposal. This looks more like a traditional proposal you may be used to seeing. And they can share this with anyone that needs to review it. Also, anytime the package is updated, the link updates as well. That way you don't have to worry about losing any information as the proposal is revised. As long as it's listed on that link, it's included in the bid. When the client saves a proposal, it triggers an email inviting them to schedule a consultation on my calendar. Now that the client has seen my pricing and saved the package, I know they're serious about booking us and I'm willing to give them some of my time. From my experience, the best way to close a deal is to jump on a Zoom, get face to face, and pitch your services. If I can get a client on a consultation, there's a 95% chance I'm going to close that deal. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how are you triggering all of these emails? I'm about to show you. I use an application called Zapier to send information from E-Cinch to my CRM. When a client saves a proposal, I've got a Zap set up to create a new project in my CRM, which then triggers a workflow that sends my schedule a consultation email. If you'd like to learn more about how to connect E-Cinch to your CRM, you can check out our help article, E-Cinch and CRMs, to learn everything you need to know. And this covers everything I'm going to go over in this next part of the video. I'll leave this link in the description so you can check it out. Now, let's take a closer look at my sales funnel and workflows so you can see how they operate. First, the sales funnel. What is a sales funnel, you ask? Think of a sales funnel as the customer journey. Customers start at the top of the funnel when they first interact with your brand. This may be a social media post that someone clicks, which takes them to your website. You may get a lot of clicks on that post, but a small fraction of them will actually get a quote. That's okay though. When it comes to marketing, it's somewhat of a numbers game. The ones that do save a quote and schedule a consultation are much more likely to close a deal than someone who just visits your website. And at the bottom of the funnel are the people who are actually going to book your services. Okay, now that we know what a sales funnel is, let's jump back over to the CRM. As I mentioned earlier, the first step is the new lead stage, and it has its own workflow to encourage the client to save a package and move to the next step. Once the client saves a package, a new workflow will start that automates everything that needs to happen to book the client and have a successful event. First, they go to the schedule a consultation phase, which triggers an email with an invite to schedule an appointment. Once in this phase, E-Cinch puts all the client information in one project file. Here on this left column, you'll see I have all of the event information and client information. I have the name of the package the client saved, the date, start time, end time. I have the contract showing that it's sent. It's actually in their portal. It hasn't been sent yet. More on that to come. I have the project status. They're in the schedule consultation phase. The client information, of course, I'm pretending to be the client, so it's my info. The portal's been activated. I have the project location. Right now it's just Los Angeles, CA, so we'll probably make a note. We need to get the full address. And then I have my custom mapped project fields, which basically is the extra information I want from E-Cinch to be here at my fingertips. So I've got the event total, I've got the proposal, so I can click right into that, see what's going on there. I've got the event report, which we haven't discussed yet, so let's take a look at this. So the event report is an internal document your team can use, you can use as a pack list, and just to keep everyone on the same page about what's going on with the event. It's directly tied to the cart, so again, there's no room for error. If this is paid for and in the saved proposal, it's here. And the cool thing about this report is that you can filter by vendors and categories. So if my kitchen guys just want to see what they need to produce, they can go to Black Lab Events and they know everything right there that they need to produce. If my staffing person needs to staff, they can come here and just break down the staff, and you'll see it has the arrival departure times versus the actual event start and end times. So again, you don't want to get the staff there at the wrong time. So that's very useful information. If we need to place a rental order, we can simply just filter to the rental company. Here's our rental order. We can save this as a PDF, and then we can email that order to the rental company. Same thing with alcohol and any other vendors you work with. Also in the package, I have a soda package, and down here it breaks down what's in that soda package and how much we should bring based on the guest count and time frame. So basically this is a banquet event order, a pack list, and all your ordering guides needed in one clean report that you can customize through these filters here. So then up here at the very top of the project dashboard, I have my main controls of this project file. So I have the invoice here. I have a form, so I can put any type of forms I need to in here. I have any appointments that are scheduled here. And then the most important is your workflow. And we'll jump into that in a second, but let's move on. We have tasks here so you can create to-dos and things like that, and reminders so that you are always on top of what's going on. And then last, you have your notes. So any notes as you're doing client emails or calls, you can keep them here. That way anyone who needs to see them can. And you have this cool little activity and call logs, which kind of just tells you everything that's happened so far. So when you're trying to keep track of a dozen events happening in a week, this is very useful to kind of know what's going on and what's happened. So the most important thing, like I said, is the workflows. And this is what's doing all the automation. So that first email that's sent, we have the checkbox that's sent for the event consultation. We've activated the portal. We've put the contract in the portal. And then we need to send a how to book email so that the client knows what to do to secure the services. So before we do this, we need to create the invoice. And all we need to do to create the invoice is come here to invoices, select the package that matches the title there over here. So standard full bar, standard bar. And then hit this drop down caret, hit edit, and then copy the event total and paste it here and save. And now our invoice is done in a few clicks. We've got bullet points of what the service entails with a total price point. We've got a payment plan that's already been pre-set up. And now all this information is going to be put into the contract as well for the client to have the pricing, the payment breakdown, and all of that stuff. So now let's jump back to the client's journey. So they've been sent this email requesting to schedule a consultation. At this point, they can click the link, then they can find a day that works for them. They can select a time. They can submit and finish. Now they'll be emailed confirmation. They also have a link to meet and have the appointment, and they'll be emailed this as well, and it'll be put into their calendar. If I refresh over here, should be able to come to appointments and now see that we have an appointment scheduled with them. So in order to execute this appointment, I like to do virtual meetings. Like I said earlier, the best way to close a deal is get face-to-face. So the first thing I'm going to do is have their proposal pulled up. I'm also going to pull up the version where I can edit the package that they've saved. And the quickest way to do that is just to copy this number. The last 4 digits, the digits at the end of this URL is the package ID, or it's also right here, card ID. Now I'm going to go into my E-Cinch account. I'm going to go to my carts. and I'm just going to paste in that number. And here is the cart. So you can just search. You can search by name, or you can filter by date or however you want. That to me is the quickest way. Now, before I do the sales call, I'm going to be here ready to go. When I jump on that sales call, now I'm in the package. I can make updates. I can upsell and do all the things you do on a sales call. We'll have another video about that if you want to see the perfect sales call. I've got a great close rate and great strategies to help you increase your sales via sales calls. That'll be a separate video. For now, we'll just leave the package as is, and we can go ahead. The call went well. Again, at the end of the call, you always assume that they want to book, so you'll end your sales call by letting them know, hey, next steps, I'm going to send you over an email. If you'd like to engage, we'll need to sign contract and deposit, and then we'll move forward and your date will be secured. So I've got the invoice set up, I've got the contract, so now I can just approve this how to book email. Once I approve this in a few seconds, if I jump over here to their emails, you see that we have an appointment email that was sent. And now if I refresh, we have the how to book email as well. This email tells them about their client portal, so they can go into their portal, use their password, and this gives them access to their upcoming appointment, the contract, and the open invoice all in one place. So let's jump into the contract first. You'll see here, I've got the client information automatically put into the contract, all the details, everything's automatically inserted in. So it's a customized contract for this client based on all the project information we have. Have the payment schedule down here. Now the client, they can go through and read everything and then come and sign. And then agree and submit. Anytime a client does something, it will notify you, the business owner, via email, so you can come back and countersign, do all that fun stuff. Now we can come, and if we refresh this, instead of unsigned contracts, it's not there anymore. So we have open invoices, no incomplete forms, and just now the open invoice. So it kind of tidies itself up. You can go into the open invoice. Now we have the invoice with the bullet points, the total. If they want to see a line item view, they can click that link there. Now they're in the proposal. They can look at the line item view of everything, jump back to the invoice, and they can pay the retainer. They can leave a tip, and then they can pay with e-check or pay with card. Now let's jump back over here to the CRM and see what all has happened. So since I sent the how to book email, it changed the project status and it had it as proposal review up here as a job. Once I signed that contract, it then changed it to contract sign here. And then when I paid the deposit, it changed it to deposit paid. So as the client does stuff, it's going to update in here so that you know what part of the funnel the client is in. So now I know this client's deposit is paid. I can come over here to the invoice and also see that there's a zero balance on the deposit. I can see there's a payment deposit 10/22/22, 26/86/92, and then there's that balance left. So you always know what's going on with the system. Also, if you take a look out and you're in your kind of funnel overviews here, and I go to deposit paid, you can see payment indicators so you know who's paid and who hasn't. And click back into me. And then I can also see that there's an email that just confirms the contract's completed. And I'll get that notification too. So again, if I want to jump in and countersign, I can do that at any time. And let's go back to the workflow. So from there, the workflow just takes over. Once the invoice is paid in full, again, it's just going to update the status. It's going to send some reminders to my team to order stuff and staff the event. And then it's going to send a email that says their event's just around the corner with basically a form that I fill out with all of the event information. So it's over here in forms, and it's the final event information form. So I can add this to the portal. Now this will be in their portal, and in that email, it's going to tell them, hey, this is in your portal now. So when they come to this form, they can check it out. And basically, I'm just telling them to review all of this information. It's what our staff is going to be given, and we just want to make sure everything's right so that everyone's on the same page. There's no miscommunications. Typically, we'll have pre-filled out as much of this form as we can. If we don't know things like maybe parking or wardrobe, we haven't figured that out yet. That could be blank, and it lets them know in this little caption up here to just provide us with any missing information, and then they can submit that form. Once they do, we're notified, and we're on our way. And then the workflow just ends by basically sending a thank you email. I think 2 or 3 days after the event ends, and in that email there's a link to leave us a review. And then after 30 days, it'll archive this project. I give myself a month in case any post-event stuff pops up, but that is the system. Wow. That's a lot of information, I know, but let me tell you, if you set up an automated sales system for yourself, it will save you so much time. It'll make your team more productive. It'll allow you to grow faster by having solid systems in place that everyone can use and understand. And it will just save you so much time. You're going to be wondering, what do I do? Well, you work on growing your business. So if you guys want to check out something like this, like I said earlier, there's a link in the description with a step-by-step guide on how to set this up. If that feels overwhelming, I get it. Time is short. Maybe you're not technically savvy. You can hire an E-Cinch expert to set up your account for you. And yeah, check out e-cinch.com. There it is, e-cinch.com. You can create a free account. You can play with the software. You do all the setup for free. Yeah, check it out. I guarantee it'll help you grow your business. And if you liked this video, if you learned something, please like it, smash the subscribe button, and I'll be posting more videos with content about sales and marketing and fun things like that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Peace.